So irrational numbers, rationals and irrational. So difference between the rationals and irrationals. How many of you know what is meant by a rational number? Can anyone say?
So irrational
Except
or rational?
Priti, please. I know that you know this answer, but I want answers from others. Sorry, I'm not discouraging you,
Sir,
but I want others to speak. What is the definition of the rational numbers? Already we have discussed.
sir,
It's a definition. Yes.
the number
So
um, which can't be formed in P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0, and P and Q are integers.
Very good. Very good. So that is called as a rational numbers. Do anyone say what is meant by irrational numbers? Already that also we have discussed.
So
What
the
is meant
number
by
which cannot be represented in the form of P by Q,
By Q.
where Q is
if they
not
are
equal
not
to 0.
the P they'll be in that some other form. What is that form? If they are not in the form of the P they'll be in the some other form. What is
Sir,
that form?
Sir, non-integer.
non-repeating.
Non-terminating, non-recurring, or repeating you can say, or you can say that recurring also. Non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. We
Yes,
call
sir.
it as a non-terminating, non-recurring decimals are also irrational numbers. Or another form is square root of any number which is not a perfect square. I already told you these three ways you can give the irrational number definition. That is the numbers which are not in the form of the P by Q, not in the form of the P by Q are irrational numbers. And if they are not in the form of the P by Q, they'll be in the some other form. What is that form? Means non-decimal form. If some irrational numbers will be in decimal form, and some irrational numbers will be in the form of the square root. The root of some number, that number should not be a perfect square. And now we will prove that it is an irrational number. How do we prove that it is an irrational number? So there are different ways to prove, and to prove that you need
by
to know
contradiction method.
basics based on that. So now we are going to learn this one, distinguish between the rationals and irrational numbers, and prove the theorems related to the rationals and irrational numbers. These are the things we are going to learn now. Okay. So there is a rational numbers club is there. So normally, and here some rational numbers are there here. Okay. So these are all the real numbers. All are real. You do not belongs to the you are irrational numbers. Okay. So someone said that we insist that we are the rational numbers. Here all they are all saying no, we are rational numbers. And there is a court case. Court case normally, usually, just you think that and what do you say? The judge is asking, and they are saying that still we insist that we are rational numbers. A numbers are 2 plus root 3, root 2, root 3. They are all saying that we are rational numbers. So they are insisting. Just imagine that is nothing but here one situation. So case of the rational numbers versus irrational numbers. It's a court case. Just it is given to you to make. So my lord, let me begin my introduction to the two cases, and he is going. So the definition is given that a number is called a rational number if it can be written in the form of the P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0, already said by one of our classmates. Your classmate already said this definition to you. So that is a definition. And here, these numbers, whatever the numbers are there, the numbers called irrational numbers, if we cannot write in the form of the P by Q, where P and Q are integers. That means here the numbers 2 plus root 3 and root 2 and root 3. So here these people are saying that, these numbers are saying that Mr. Public Prosecutor is trying to suggest that we are the irrational numbers. We insist that still we are the rational numbers. Then that public prosecutor will prove it. He will say that they are saying that no, we are rational numbers only. They are saying that we are the rational numbers. But the public prosecutor means the lawyer is saying that no, you are not rational numbers, you are irrational numbers. Originally, you say that whether root 3, root 2 are rationals or irrationals.
Irrationals.
They are
So these
irrational.
are irrational.
But they are arguing that we are the rational numbers. They are arguing that. So Okay, whatever the argument you are giving, he will by taking that one only, it is wrong. He will prove that it is wrong. The public trust. We will see that. Let us start my argument. So he will say that for that you need a one theorem. Means one, if a p is if a prime number p divides the q square, then p also divides the q, where q is a positive integer. So with the help of this statement, he will prove that numbers are not rational numbers, they are the irrational numbers. Okay. So what is that statement? If a prime number divides the q square, then that prime number divides the q also. So that is a theorem actually. So what is that theorem here? See that theorem. Is it visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
So if a prime number p divides the q square, then p also divides the q, where q is a positive integer. So now here, see the proof here. Let the prime factorization of that q, whatever the q is there, the prime factorization you consider as a p1, p2, p3, and so on, p2, pn. Okay, where that p1, p2, p3, pn are prime numbers, not necessarily distinct. उसमें कुछ same भी हो सकता है, not exactly different. Okay, so the q square is nothing but क्या? p1, p2, pn, p1 square, p2 square, p3 square, pq square, and like that pn square, the q square. Whenever you are taking, you are going to get it. Okay, pn square तक आ जाएगा. So q square. So p divides a prime number. P divides the q square is the statement. Statement is what? A prime number p divides the q square. So by the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, q square has a set of unique prime factors. Usually fundamental theorem of arithmetic says to you what? It says to you that every composite number can be expressed as a product of the prime numbers in a unique way except the order of the prime number. Isn't it? Except the order of the prime numbers, it is going to. So here q is a one composite number, is set of the unique prime factors, means different prime factors will be there, p1, p2, p3, and pn. P is the one of, if they are all different prime factors, p1 is different, p2 is different, p3, because we are writing the pq as a p1 into p2 into and so on pn. So that is nothing but what we can say, p is the one of the that prime numbers. Suppose if you are taking as an example, 12 is a number. 12 can be written as 2 square into 3. 12 can be written as 2 square into 3. So that is nothing but whenever you take that, other maybe 3 into 2 square also you can write. But the numbers are, what are the numbers present in the prime numbers? Prime numbers are present only 2 and 3 only. Only 2 and 3 are only the prime numbers present in that. Isn't it? So, whatever the prime number we are taking, p, that may be one of the two prime numbers because it is dividing. तो 12 को divide करने वाले numbers क्या है? 2 है, 4 है, 3 है, 6 है. But in the prime numbers, what are the prime numbers? 2 and 3. That is nothing but what are the prime factorization of the 12 you are having? What are the prime numbers are included in that prime factorization? That numbers are, means that any one prime factors, what are the prime factors are there? That prime factors may be, you may have any one of the two numbers, means that means 2 may be the divides to 12, 3, only these two are. So here p is the prime numbers given to you. So prime number divides the q square. So that is nothing but p is the one of the factors, means any one of the either p1 हो सकता है, p2 हो सकता है, p3 हो सकता है, and pn हो सकता है. So this p is the one of the prime factors of the p1 and so on. So and thus we can say that p divides the q square and it also divides the q. So therefore p divides the q square means p divides the q also. So this is the actually theorem, and here with the help of that, so what means Mr. Public, they are saying that what means Mr. Public Prosecutor is saying, trying to prove here, I still believe I am a rational number. They are arguing that no, we don't believe that we are the rational numbers. Okay, I accept. Calm. Claim if you are meet just one condition. So one condition वो बोलता है, वो condition को satisfy हो गया तो ठीक है. So assume that root 2 is an irrational number. So now let us consider that root 2 को एक ले लूंगा और उसको rational number मान के मानता हूँ. Just he is saying that let us consider the root 2 is a rational number. So this is proof is very much important. The previous theorem is examination point of view may not be you may not get. But this theorem means proof root 2 is an irrational number. How do we prove the root 2 is an irrational number is very important. So that everyone have
So
to
by
learn.
contradiction method.
What?
So by contradiction method.
Yes. Contradiction is nothing but actually that's why here the situation is taken that like a court case. Their argument is going on. No, we are rational numbers. They are arguing. Okay, beta. Okay, you are saying rational numbers. Okay, let us consider like that only. I will prove it. You are wrong. Now, Mr. Public Prosecutor is saying that no. Okay, you are saying I will assume that. Assume. Okay, आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? Root 2 rational number बोल रहे हैं ना? मैं consider करता हूँ बोला. And there must be exist two integers p and q where q not equals to 0. If it is a rational number, compulsory p by q form में होना है. So root 2 equal to p by q लिखा है. Suppose if p and q have the common factors, other means any other factor is there, और उस factor से divide करना है. Why do we divide it? Why do we divide it? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we have to suppose as an example, every rational number whenever you are writing, every rational number should be written in the form of the p by q in a simplest form. Rational number का property क्या है? What is the property of the rational number? The property of the, I think presentation last. Is the presentation?
So P and Q are co-prime.
Huh? Is the presentation visible to you or lost it?
Yes, sir.
So visible.
Okay, I think you lost that. I will explain to you on the board. Okay. So now, how do we prove that root 2 is? Yes.
It was visible, sir.
Huh?
Sir, it was visible.
What it is visible?
Sir, the screen was visible.
Still.
No, sir. You
Yes,
just
sir.
stopped it.
Yes. I'll explain to you on the board here. How do we prove the root 2 is an irrational number? This is very important. You need to know that. So, proof of root 2 is
Sir,
irrational.
your screen is blurred.
Yes, sir.
What?
The
your
board
screen-
is blurred.
Board is blur.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What to do here? Completely blur है.
Yes, sir.
For me, it is showing to me in a proper way.
Sir, blur आ रहा है.
तो फिर ये मैं मुझे क्या करना है? आप डालो ऐसे मत करो, अभी भी बाकी है क्या?
Shiva, please off the mic. Shiva. Okay,
Sir,
I'll try
बंद कर
to
दिया.
it may restore it properly. Root 2 को we have to consider it as a rational number. So let simple steps. Root 2 is rational number. Consider it as a rational
Sir,
number.
do we need that in our
Still it is red, blur only.
सर थोड़ा बहुत अंडरस्टैंड हो जाते हैं देखने में।
हाँ सर, we can read.
Can you read it?
No, sir.
sir, and it's blurred.
Okay, it will restore it. You try that. So root 2 for rational number मान You consider it as a root 2 as a rational number. So when you consider it as a root 2 as a rational number, Just I'm saying the steps to you now. You can write yourself also. Just use the board as a one platform. Okay. If it is not visible also, you can. I'm saying to you orally so that easily you can catch it. So first we have to consider root 2 as a rational number. So let us assume that let root 2 is a rational number. Therefore, root 2 can be written in the form of the p by q. So if p and q are, suppose some rational numbers will be like this, 4 by 6. Some rational numbers will be like 4 by 6. So 4 by 6 is a rational number, but they are not simplest form. Simplest form is nothing but they are having a common factor. What is a common factor for the 4 and 6?
2 and 3, sir.
2.
2 and 2.
Yes, 4 and 6 got two common factors. If you divide the both numerator and denominator by that number 2, if you divide by the 2, then automatically what? If you divide by the 2, then it becomes
in standard form.
like that. In the same way as we are dividing by the 2, this one you divide. See here, if
Sir, voice is not clear, sir.
voice is also not clear.
So it is clear.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
So if P and Q have common factor R, which is not equals to 1. So you divide the both numerator and denominator by that R. So that is nothing but when you divide by the R, P को Q को divide कर दिया तो let us get it A by A. Let us consider that P by R को ये मान लो, just like 4 by 6 when you divide by 2 by 3 you will get it now. So some rational number. Now what you can say here A comma B have no common factor other than 1. They are having the one only as main point is this one. Main point you have to consider. This point A and B have no common factor other than 1. Once it छोड़ के
So that means these two numbers are co-primes.
yes, A and B are the co-primes. Very good. So co-primes is nothing but when they are co-primes only, they don't have any common factor. When they are co-primes only, they don't have any common factor. So do remember that point. Okay. So root 2 can be written in the form of the A by B. Now here A and B have the no common factors. Okay. So now here let us consider that root 2 is equals to A by B. So square if whenever you are here taking on square on both sides. So what do you get here? 2 is equals to A square by B square. 2 is equals to A square by B square. So from this what you can say A square is equals to 2B square. A square is equals to, and we will use that here whenever you consider that. Whenever you consider that, the statement you try to remember the statement. If prime number P divides Q square implies P divides Q. ये पॉइंट अभी हम लोग सीख लिया ना, वही पॉइंट को कंसंट्रेट कर लो. Based on that point only we are going to learn. Now here A square equal to 2B square. 2B square is nothing but it is a multiple of 2. 2B square is nothing but 2B square को 2 divide करेगा. So from this what you can say 2B square is divisible by 2. Isn't it? 2B square divisible by 2 हो ना?
Yes, sir.
So 2B square
Yes,
equal to A square है. 2B square equal to A square. So A square is divisible by 2. That is nothing but 2 is a prime number here. So 2 divides A square. Then A square को divide करेगा. Why it divides the A square? Because A square we are writing as a 2 into B square. A square we are writing as a 2 into B square. So now here what is 2 divides the A square. That is nothing but you can write it as 2 divides A. Is it visible to you? Is it visible to you?
Not clear, sir.
Not clear.
But we can understand.
I am recording it and it is showing to me very clearly, but it may be problem in your area also, network problem.
Sir, your voice is now. Sir, you are not
2
audible.
divides the a square. That means I'm not audible to you all.
The voice is cutting.
For all. It is getting disturbance for all.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Anyone please give reply.
Yes, sir. Your voice is not clear.
Just 2 divided by 2 so that a 2 divided so if you can write it as a 2x where x is an integer where x is multiple of 2 x is an integer. So now what you can write here a equal to 2x a equal to 2x is nothing but a equal to 2x you write in this substitute. So what you get here 2x whole square is equals to 2 into b square. So what do you get from this? 4x square equal to 2b square. So now 2 ones are 2 2s are. So b square equal to 2 into x square you are writing. B square equal to 2 into x. Now from this what you can say? 2x square is nothing but b square is divisible by 2. So that is nothing but 2, therefore 2 divides b square. This implies 2 divides b. That is nothing but b is multiple of 2. So 2 divides the b, 2 divides the a. 2 divides the b and 2 divides the a. Both we got it. So 2 divides the b and 2 divides the a is nothing but 2 is a common factor for both elements. So this implies that 2 is common factor for both a and b. And a and b का common factor है. तो अब ये a and b का common factor by
Sir, your voice is not clear.
The voice नहीं आ रहा
ये
है
क्यों आ रहा है?
Your voice is not clear. Sir, it has got stuck.
Sir, you are not audible.
Our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong. It is condition.
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
Wrong. We're not clear.
Sir, sometimes
Board is clear.
to get stuck.
Okay, I think
No,
you
sir.
understood that. Okay, you try to read the textbook. In the textbook, it is very clearly given. Okay,
Sir,
this proof, and based on this proof only. Yes.
sir, my method is a slightly different from you. Is it okay?
Whatever
Sir, I am not able to listen.
some contradiction.
Sir, your voice is getting stuck.
Irrational number. Again, I'll try to rejoin answer. Okay, leave the class. बाद में देखते हैं मैं. Next class में clarify करता हूँ doubts को.
Okay, sir.
I am having the next 12th class and you are also having other class. The class. Please everyone leave the class.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Okay.
Shiva, Shiva.